You are gonna die. I'm gonna die. Everyone's gonna die. And I think this is a very obvious statement, but also a very powerful one that you need to come to understand and just be aware of every single day. And honestly, with every single thing you do. I'm 21 years old currently, and if I am lucky enough to live till 84, that means a quarter of my life is gone. It's pretty absurd to think about, especially when I look back at my life and not really. I had fun. I did decent memories, people I love, and yeah, it's not a horrible life by any means, but I just don't have that, I pursued this and achieved this, like some big goal that I wanted, or some way of life that I lived. Most of my years I've lived have been lived searching for externals, validation outside of myself, caring what other people think, and I'm getting better on not doing that, but I think it's just really important to understand that it's not about what other people think. It's not about what anyone thinks. It's about what you think. It's about you unlocking your potential and being the best person that you can be, day in and day out. And I just think with the idea of one day going to die in the back of your head, it's very eye-opening to kind of urge you to start living right. If I try to look at death as something that's happening every single second. I just died 2.5 minutes since the start of this recording, and when you're doing stuff, you want to really look at it and ask yourself, is this essential? Is what I'm doing right now why I'm afraid to die? Am I afraid to die because I won't be able to do this anymore? Yes. I feel like I like having conversations like this, even though if it's just with myself. I hope to get people on one day. I got some buddies I think would like to do some podcasts. Just have some good conversations, and but I do enjoy this, and I think it's eye-opening, even talking to myself. It's almost like journaling. I love journaling, and just seeing these thoughts outside of your head, seeing them in journaling, but just hearing them outside of your head in this scenario, I feel like is also very powerful and beneficial. Sometimes you'll say something, you're like, I don't agree with that. Why do I even think that? Or write it down, vice versa. So I personally love journaling. I started journaling about 4 months ago, and I've done it almost every single day, I'd say, and spent lots of times, some days, journaling, and I think it's also just another great practice, reminding yourself that you have one life, and then journaling and reflecting on your days that you are living to make sure you're living in accordance with your own nature, living right, and just not wasting your days away. I don't typically journal like I feel like most people may. I don't go over and be like, oh, I woke up and had this, then I went to this, and then I did that, and then I saw this person. I'd more of talk about a topic that I've been meditating on, if you will. Like, I'm gonna die is one that I've been on lately, because I feel like I just really need to hammer that home, because it's true, and I feel like for a lot of my life I convinced myself I was not going to die. And I think a lot of it was wasted in that time of my life. Just like, oh, technology is advancing so fast. They'll come up with a cure and, we'll live forever. Or, maybe I was just different and I'm just not going to die. So I don't think that anymore. I think I'm definitely going to die. And I honestly hope that I die. I don't think the human experience is the same without death, The fact that this moment in time is only one moment in the infinite time, and I'm not going to be around for it all, is I think it's pretty cool, and it just adds a lot more appreciation to the situation. If I could have this experience infinite more times, then it wouldn't be, but I can't, This is the one day I get on March 29th, 2024, and I gotta make it count. I don't have infinite days. I could die today, I could die tomorrow, could die next week, could die next year, I could die in 80 years, I can make it to 100, so. But it's arrogant to think you have the future. Too many people, young and old, just, get sick, collapse, die out of nowhere. And it's not likely that you'll be one of those people, but it's possible. And I think it's great to live with the worst case scenario in mind, especially in things like this. You don't want to dwell on the worst case scenario, but just be aware that it's there and it could happen, so it doesn't blindside you. But yeah, just be aware and live every day to your fullest and don't waste it. You're not gonna be a happy person when you're older if you waste 40 years, just doing the same old thing every day, never taking the risk, never changing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you will be, but I personally, for myself, I don't see myself being happy. I have a calendar back home that it's a memento mori calendar. That's one of my favorite sayings. It's remember your mortality, and I have a calendar and it has the number of weeks on there if you were to live till, I think it's 80 or 79 or something, and I haven't filled it up all yet because I got it and then I came out to California on this trip and I didn't have time to fill it up. But just like doing the numbers and calculating where I would be right now, it's a gross reminder of how much of my life I've used up already, and just don't feel that accomplished about, and don't feel like I've done as best as I could for myself or others. And I want to change, I want to change. I want to be a better person. And if I were to leave life today, I hope I could just be happy with how I've been recently, and be happy that the change was coming, and I know I got cut short, but that's life. There's nothing bad about death. It's natural. Everything dies. Just your perception on it. There's nothing bad about it. I think if I were to die, or if death was staring down my face right now, I'd be afraid, yeah. I'd be scared. But I think it's for other reasons than dying. I think it's because I would be sad I never truly lived. I already died 21 years, why I gotta die again? Yeah, that's gonna be all for me though. Just remember your mortality, everybody. You have one life, live it to the fullest, be kind to others, do your best, and just keep on keeping on.